A shocking fact or statistic related to Shalate Sekhabi's death or Shoki's fate. Something that instantly grabs attention without any greeting. Briefly preview what the video will reveal. The killer's identity and Shoki's dramatic story, with a subtle hint at a jaw-dropping twist. A creative question or challenge to the audience, e.g., who do you think had the motive behind Shalate's death? Comment your theory below. What really led to the tragic death of Shalate Sekhabi, a rising star who captured hearts across the nation? For months, rumors swirled with no clear answers, as the community searched desperately for clues. The story wasn't just about loss. It was about betrayal hiding behind familiar faces. How did such a promising life end so abruptly? And who could have wanted her gone? The tangled web surrounding her death stretches far beyond what anyone imagined. From shadowy motives to concealed secrets, this case holds more than a simple explanation. It's a puzzle waiting to be solved, and every piece reveals darker truths. Shoki, known to many as a loyal friend and talented artist in the HOZ circle, vanished without a trace shortly after Shalate's death. His sudden disappearance baffled everyone who knew him, sparking whispers of guilt, fear, and confusion. But what few realized was that Shoki was deeply entangled in a story far more complex than anyone suspected. Behind closed doors, his connections to certain individuals painted a picture of danger and desperation. His silence became louder than any accusation, as the community grappled with what really happened to this enigmatic figure caught in the crossfire. Imagine the night everything changed, the eerie quiet before the storm. Shalate was last seen leaving a small gathering, laughter echoing softly in the air. Moments later, chaos erupted as news broke of her sudden collapse, then her death. The streets seemed to hold their breath as friends and family rushed to piece together those final moments. The scene was haunting, with unanswered questions hanging like shadows. Whispers of a confrontation, a secret argument, or perhaps a betrayal slipped through the cracks. It was a night that shattered more than just lives. It fractured an entire community's sense of safety. One witness, a close friend of Shalate, recalls the chilling hours before her death with painful clarity. She seemed different that night, they said, voice trembling. There was something in her eyes, like she knew something no one else did. Their story sheds light on the emotional undercurrents surrounding Shalate's final hours, a mix of fear and courage. This friend's testimony added layers to the investigation, revealing fractures in relationships that had seemed solid before. Their words remind us that beneath public facades lie private struggles, and sometimes the closest people carry the heaviest secrets. Trust can be the most dangerous illusion, especially when appearances deceive. Shalate's death teaches a harsh lesson. Not everyone is who they seem, and sometimes those closest to us hold the darkest intentions. This case challenges the instinct to accept surface truths and urges a deeper look into the people and situations around us. The shock of betrayal cuts deeper than any wound, making vigilance a necessary part of survival. It's a reminder that intuition should never be ignored, especially when subtle warning signs appear unnoticed or dismissed by those who care. Detective Dlamini, who led the initial investigation, described the case as one of the most complex and emotionally charged he has ever encountered. Every lead seemed to open another door, the secrets nobody wanted exposed, he explained. Dlamini's words highlight the intricate layers of deception and fear that clouded the truth. His team worked tirelessly to sift through false trails and conflicting testimonies, aiming to bring justice in a case riddled with personal and societal pressures. The investigation's depth reflects how the tragedy resonated far beyond a single crime, affecting a whole community's psyche. Shoki's fingerprints were found at the crime scene, but surprisingly, forensic analysis also uncovered traces of a second unknown individual. This dual presence complicated the narrative, suggesting that Shalate's death was no random act but a carefully orchestrated event. The conflicting evidence revealed that Shoki might have been more than a bystander, possibly a pawn or an unwilling participant. The intertwining of two sets of evidence pushed investigators to reconsider every assumption, revealing that what seemed like a straightforward case was anything but. 2 lives, 1 tragic outcome. Deeper motives concealed in the shadows. This case has sparked a significant shift in how local law enforcement approaches high-profile investigations, especially those involving public figures like Shalate Sekhabi. Authorities are now adopting advanced forensic technologies and community engagement strategies that could redefine crime solving in the region. Beyond the immediate tragedy, this evolution points to a future where transparency and precision in investigations become the norm rather than the exception. The ripple effects of this case may set new standards, ensuring that hidden truths no longer remain buried in darkness. Picture a secret meeting held in the dead of night, away from prying eyes, a gathering that would change everything. Those involved whispered in hushed tones, exchanging information that could alter the course of the investigation. The tension was palpable, as alliances shifted and old loyalties were tested. This clandestine encounter revealed fractures within Shalate's circle, exposing who truly stood by her and who had motives buried deep beneath smiles. Such moments are rarely seen but often pivotal, setting in motion events that ripple far beyond the room's walls. The breakthrough came from a seemingly insignificant clue, a single message hidden among countless others on a phone. This small piece of evidence unraveled the tangled threads, pointing investigators toward a name nobody had expected. The discovery transformed the case from speculation to undeniable reality. It showed how even the smallest details could reveal the biggest truths. That overlooked fragment of data became the key that unlocked years of silence and deception, proving that persistence and attention to detail can change everything. Shalate's family struggled through unimaginable grief, their pain deepened by unanswered questions. Her mother described sleepless nights haunted by memories and the desperate hope for justice. "We keep asking why," she said, voice cracking. Their ordeal humanizes a tragedy, reminding us that behind every headline is a family shattered, dreams cut short, and a community searching for closure. This personal glimpse reveals the emotional weight carried by those left behind, highlighting how crime's true cost extends beyond statistics and headlines. Investigations, no matter how thorough, can falter when crucial mistakes go unnoticed. This case teaches us that errors, even small ones, can delay justice and deepen wounds. Whether to mislead, overlooked witness, or misread clue, vigilance at every stage is essential. The challenge is not just uncovering truth, but ensuring that no opportunity for clarity slips away. Learning from these missteps is vital for preventing future tragedies and strengthening trust in the systems meant to protect us. What became of Shoki after the truth about Shalate's death came to light? Once a figure shrouded in mystery, Shalate Sekhabi's death was more than a crime. It was a mirror held up to the fragility of trust, the hidden fractures in relationships, and the shadows that linger in even the brightest circles. The revelation of her killer brings a sense of closure, but not the end of the story. Shoki's fate, the lessons learned and the ripple effects across the community remain vivid reminders that truth, once buried, has a way of surfacing, often at a cost. As time moves forward, the scars left behind may fade, but the questions raised will continue to echo. And perhaps in those echoes, we'll find the vigilance needed to prevent history from repeating itself.